Not 100 and whatever. Last time I did the podcast, I said like 145, and that was off on like all counts. So, anyway, this is 247, 3 episodes shy of like 250, which we really should be planning something for. And with me this week, I have Danger Penguin. What's up, Danger Penguin?
Yeah, glad to be back. Excited to go through some of what's been going on recently.
You
So
seem like you're in a pretty good mood.
I am not bad, not
All
bad.
He's
right.
missed me. He's missed me.
And to
Yeah,
bring that down, we have Astros BK. Hey, Astros, what's up, man?
Not much.
You ready to shit on Danger Penguin's parade?
I mean, I shit on everyone's parade, but I like really try to focus on shitting on my own because I just refuse to be happy.
That's good. And by the way, for all of you who doubt the fact that I am an actual lawyer, because that's been brought up 100 times, I'm actually wearing a merch shirt from my own office right now. So there you have it.
you
Unless
definitely
I,
did not buy that off of someone
yeah, unless
else.
I like went out and screen printed myself a fake T-shirt, I think I'm pretty good. And this looks pretty good for like, just a one-time screen printed fake T-shirt. I mean, what? No, for real though, it's merch. So anyway, all right. So here we are, and the title of the episode is "We'll try not to bitch too much." All right. So that being said, I want to put it out there that we're going to be talking about some things this episode, and some of those things are going to get a little bitch heavy because they're terrible fucking ideas. And really, I think as a representative group of the League of Legends player base, like we deserve and have a duty to give our honest opinion about what's going on with Riot and the new direction that they're taking with some of their monetization options. And secondly, like if we don't like something, we need to say that. Conversely, if we do like something, we should say that too. And hopefully we will, and we'll round out the podcast on that note. But first things first, if you have been living under a rock, you might not have heard of Riot's new concept to try to monetize and bring some value into League of Legends. As a brief intro to that, it is a system called Eternals. And now, what Eternals essentially are per champion emotable stat tracking that if you do particularly well with the champion, it will also increase your Mastery 7 emote to add like flames or some shit to it. And in
It's like a
addition,
third grader design.
right, it is. What do we make it do? I don't know. It needs to go fast. Like,
Throw
okay,
some
throw
fucking
flame.
flames on it.
There's some fucking flames on there. Yes, give that man a promotion. Fart in his face. So anyway, so they add some flames, and also they keep track of stuff like with Ziggs, how many times did you knock up a champion? Stuff like that. And the more times you do it in a single game, it keeps a running tally. And then there are things that are more generic, like kills and assists. But the price point on it is 850 RP per champion that you wish to buy one of these things on.
Per three, so each champion has two sets of three, by the way.
Right.
So if you
Sorry.
want a full champion, it's 1700 RP.
Okay. So, is there anything else I missed in the intro as to like what is Eternals that you guys want to cover, or is that a pretty good intro to like why it is we're talking about this?
So I'm also following the two main guys who are putting it forward on Twitter right now,
Yeah.
and they're saying that you'll be able to mute some portions of it as as the person receiving it. So like, say I get killed by Garen's ult, I'll get a flash on my screen of how many times this Garen has killed people with his ult all time, and they say you will not be able to mute that. So like, I will be forced to listen to your stats because you purchased this thing. So I just think that's an important factor as well.
Yeah, to be fair, we needed more unmutable options in the game that are
Exactly.
annoying after I die. You know,
After you die, right?
those are the particular things that I want out of a League of Legends game. So I'm glad Riot has listened to the player base on that. Because I know there was a huge demand for, please rub my face in it after you beat me up, you know. But, okay, so first things first. When they first announced Eternals, they did announce that they would be mutable, which then led Danger Penguin to the point that I really particularly enjoyed, which was if they're mutable, then they have no value. Danger, take it away.
Uh, yeah. So they don't really have any value as is.
Right. I'm just saying,
Right?
let's assume for a second that they did. Go on.
Okay. Let's assume that they have value, but then you want to brag about what you're doing, and then if I could mute it, then no one would ever care, right? So you need them to be not mutable, but at the same time, their client struggles sometimes. You got enough going across your screen, and also, I just don't give a shit. I personally don't care how many times this Garen. Let's say I'm his first kill. I'd be like, oh, well, I lost to this Garen who's never even played Garen before. That makes me feel like shit. Or let's say it's his 1,000 kill. I'll be like, oh, of course, this Garen's played him for fucking ever. But what I'm more afraid of is my shitty ADC who gets killed, and then that tilts him because my mental is pretty good. I'm pretty okay with it. But I'm worried about this is such an unnecessary thing to just try and stress your player base more. I just I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, literally, when something as small as like taking a CS can throw people off of the Grand Canyon of like mental breakdown, like this is adding unnecessary fuel to a fire.
In a game
Cool.
that is already very competitive and very tilting, right? Every one of us is tilted. Astro's more than most,
Right.
and
That's a given. I mean, obviously. Right.
yeah, obviously. But you're trying your best to maintain a positive attitude and throwing in something that you can't mute and that you can't, get away from, and it's gonna flash right on your screen. You suck, and then we're like, ha ha ha, you suck. Like this guy's terrible with
Yeah,
Garen.
it's
He just
just
fucking ulted you.
you know what they should do is just make an eternal that's like however many times you died, I just make that many big floppy dicks emote out of your champion.
Yep.
You know, I
Just
would pay for that. Just be like, hey, guess what? That's 10 floppy dicks this game. You suck. But I mean, shit, like, here's my problem. You're right. They need to be blockable because I need to be able to control what I perceive, right? Like I need to be able to have that flexibility. That's why I can mute chat. That's why I can mute emotes. That's why I can mute pings. Cool. You've given me the agency to control what data I receive. That's fantastic. If this doesn't follow those rules and it gives data that could tilt you, I think that's a problem. I also think that if you make it mutable, then everybody's going to mute it. Because I don't give a fuck what your achievements are. I don't give a fuck how many people you've killed with Garen's ultimate or how many people you have displaced with a Ziggs satchel charge, which, by the way, is not even the best
point on the
use
fucking
for big satchel. If you are throwing it to displace people, you might as well just get an Eternal that says the amount of times you're an idiot because that is the most useful escape tool and or tower busting tool. Yeah, do that. How many like towers have you satcheled? You know, that would be a far more cool stat because
I don't think
that's
anyone.
unique.
I don't think anyone in the Eternals team has played Zig. So, to their credit, they thought like they played him like once in a a random game, and they're
But
like,
like,
"Ooh, let's pop some people up," and they're like, "This is fun."
so I'm gonna go out on a limb and say something I haven't researched, but I feel somebody who said it probably has, which is with Vlad, one of them isn't how much damage he's healed. It's like how many times you've slowed people with your E or something stupid.
Yes, that's what I read as well.
Why why do we care about that? You know, like, oh, this guy's good. He has slowed 4,000 people. Like, no, I don't care.
It makes
Like, that's
sense
not
why I just
even
died to him. Yeah.
yeah, that's not even an interesting stat. Like, what are you doing? But I mean, here's the thing. People don't want to pay for stat tracking. I don't. I really don't. Like mastery is a good enough system to say that like, hey, I have the basic proficiency to be good with my champion. I'm mastery 7, right? Or whatever, right? So that's fine. That's good enough. You don't really need to like beat the dead horse of Eternals. And then the second problem I have is even if you are going to do stat tracking, and even if you are going to implement into the game, that would be a great thing to do for free.
What is it? 815 RP?
850
850 for half a pack for one champion.
for half a pack for one champion.
So
So
1700 per champion, 140 plus champions.
I'm
so
doing the math right now.
it costs more RP to unlock stat tracking by nearly double than it costs to buy most champions.
In order to get this on every single champion, it's going to cost you just under $2,500.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
that's
think that's
reasonable.
money well spent.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I think
The most
another. Oh,
frustrating part is that you have the stats tab in your profile, and it literally gives you no fucking information.
Yeah, so why exactly does that stats tab exist? And it's like, okay, so we're not going to use what we've given you as an option, and instead we're going to charge you a buttload of money. Like 10 times more money. It wouldn't even bother me if this was like 50 RP. You know, like that would still be annoying because I'd be like, why are you even charging for this? But at the same time, like, what? Or
you
like if you
know
want to give me a sync for blue essence or something, then fine. Like
that is
I
literally what I suggested to him on when I responded to this post on Twitter. Is it's like give us your feedback. I was like, I completely understand if you want to drain some BE out of the, get some blue essence out of the game. There's a shit ton of it floating out there. Great, sync it on this. That makes perfect sense. So I agree with that 100%. If you're gonna monetize it the free way. Because if you go back, that you can find the Reddit articles, they're out there right now because everyone hates Eternals. Um, they show the stats tab on the old client, which told you more information than you're currently getting from the Eternals, and it was free on the old shitty client. It told
Hey,
you how much
that
damage
client
you
was
did.
fantastic. That
yeah.
client was 10 times better than the fucking client piece of shit we have now.
That client was
Granted,
the like Adobe Air Jordan of League of Legends.
but that client gave you this information for free. So what they did is they switched clients and they're like, oh, we're going to take that away. No one wants that. And then they're like, wait a second, people might want it. Let's make them pay for something that 3 years ago or 4 years ago was free. Idiots.
Yeah, but they couldn't span their stats in game, so
Like
Fools.
that's the thing is I honestly like a lot of people think like Riot is this evil fucking greedy company, and I don't believe that in general. I don't believe that in general. Now, like recently, some of the decisions that have been making, like somehow have been passed to live, are so questionable that I'm starting to wonder. Like, are you guys just crushed for money? Are you going full EA? Like, what's going on here? Like, okay, we have Eternals, which is in my mind like I was mad about chromas because I thought they were like low effort. You shouldn't really be charging for this.
at
But
the start they definitely were, but now they're like 10
yeah,
times better.
yeah. Okay, so at the start it was just like this is Garen, and I made all of his shit green. I dunked him in green paint. Do you want green paint, Garen? And they're like, actually, not really, because it looks like you just color swapped this. But like some of them now, they've actually like taken some time and made them look cool. Okay, fine. Like you did something with it. Eternals, I don't know how you can do anything with it that I wouldn't feel ripped off about. You know, and I don't like I don't see the value in this for zero, more the less like actual RP.
But the emote with
Okay. Yeah,
flames.
yeah, okay. So it reminds me of there's a Simpsons where Homer goes to buy a used car, and he goes to the dealership and he walks up to the guy, and they're in a bad neighborhood or something. These mobsters drive by and they're in a shootout, and as he's looking at the car, it gets like riddled with bullets all across the side, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know. This car looks pretty beat up." And he's like, "Beat up, friend? Those are speed holes." Like this feels like the speed holes of the like Master Race 7 emote system. You know what I mean? And then
Honestly, I think this would be a
Homer
good
goes
game.
home and takes a fork and or takes a rake and beats the shit out of his car to add speed holes to it. Right? Like this feels like that. Anyway, Astros.
I feel like this would also be something to do that you just reward with people who actually play their champion a lot. So make it a threshold where you hit 100k mastery points and you unlock this part of the game,
That would be cool.
or even push it even like farther than that.
Yeah, no, that
That'd
would
be
be cool.
great.
I would think that's an amazing idea. Do that.
Or if you
Yeah,
want to unlock it early, make them pay, 150 RP or 250 RP. Like,
I don't even care what you charge if it's a unlock it early kind of deal.
Agreed.
Whatever, that's fine. You should charge 800 for whatever. But like give it away for free at a point at which that makes sense and I'm cool with it. But like because then you're just paying for impatience and
And
I
that's the
don't
same thing with unlocking champions, right?
yeah,
You're
I don't care what the tax is on that. If you pay it, you pay it. Whatever. You know. But this just I don't know, it feels like the dirtiest kind of cash grab.
so
And
what
okay.
they compared it to was the stat track option in Counter-Strike that you have to get from the loot boxes of CS:GO or the Dota 2 subscription model for hero relics. I don't know anything about Dota 2, but I have like 1,200 hours in CS:GO. So what happens is like I don't want to say every season, but they'll come out with like a special set of skins, kind of like League does, but it's in like a loot box option. So you get like you can earn chests for free, and then it's $2.49 to open a chest, and you can get anything ranging from like worth like 3 cents to worth like $10,000. And there's also an option where if you get a weapon, it'll have the skin, and then on the skin there'll be like this little like bar, and every time you get a kill, it'll add a number to the bar, and usually it's an increased value of like 50% in terms of buying it. The difference is like only you see that stat. So if someone else picks up the gun that I have, it instead of showing how many kills I have on it, it will just say unknown user. And that is like a cash grab, but that is also just like personal to the user. Like it's tracking your stats and no one else knows it.
Okay. Well, I mean, even still though, that's droppable for free, you said?
Well, you have to pay to open it, but like you get drops weekly and you can sell them on the CS:GO market and then like buy keys for free. Granted, it'll take a really long time to be able to open one, but I mean, you can do it for free, just not very efficiently.
Okay.
I think the most confusing thing about Eternals is no one fucking asked for this. Like no one was like clamoring for I need to find out how many kills I've had on this person. Like no one wanted it. And then now you put it out and you're like, "Hey, we got this new cool feature." And people are like, "Oh, cool. Like I'd like to play with that." "Oh, but it's going to cost 850 RP." Like you have people who have been begging for things like announcer packs or rift skins or
Yeah, I mean,
there's
I feel like you could
merch.
literally print money if you would just do like an I'm a cutie pie announcer pack.
That's all
I
you have to
mean,
do. And
okay.
people have asked for it and said they'll pay for it. So I would
Hmm.
completely understand them saying, "Okay, we're going to give this to you, but we're going to charge you for it."
Or
But
God forbid, like
instead,
a Tyler One announcer pack, or any of that. Just
whatever it is,
any big name.
you give me a Captain Flowers announcer pack, and I will spend money on that because I fucking love that guy's announcing. Like give me a Papa Smithy, I'll fucking buy money. I'll spend money on your game. I'm happy to, but to do something that no one asked for and then say, "Hey, we got this new cool thing, but we're gonna make you pay for it," and it's also something we used to give you for free. It's a bad look, and it should be a black eye, and I really hope the whales don't pay because that's the only way that they're gonna realize they did something wrong, right? Because if they ship it with this and then they make shitloads of money, then who cares, right? They don't care. They made their
Oh, like
shitload of money.
I am absolutely a whale in
Yeah,
this
you
game.
are.
I will not buy these. Like, I don't see the value in it.
And I'm encouraging all of our whale listeners to follow Wise Papa Smurf's, you know,
Yeah, I'm just
stalwart position. Just
yeah,
don't
I'm
do
not.
it.
I don't see value in this, and it honestly it pisses me off. And so, like, here's the other thing that I am kind of lured in on as a completionist, but it's on the line and it pisses me off, is events that aren't events.
Whew.
Like, I'm getting tired of this because I'm feeling milked, right? Like, literally, as of right now, the last event just ended. I had a whole bunch of useless single event currency that just ended, and then now I am subject to yet another event that I'm having to like grind out and play and get the event pass on, and it's not a realistic option to even grind games and get the shit you want. Like you pretty much have to buy the pass to get any of the exclusive stuff. And I don't like the feeling of just being milked. But I tell you, I wouldn't mind if you charged me like a once a season, and I don't mean micro season. This micro season shit is dumb. But like, we're gonna break League up into 3 seasons. Did you guys even notice the seasons, the micro
No,
seasons having passed?
no one,
Did
no one.
anybody notice
It
that?
was a terrible fucking idea. So is their
Okay,
armor, by the way. But onward and so
agreed.
forth.
I mean, agreed. But anyway, like, okay, so do it once a season. Give me like a battle pass for like $75 or $50 and say, hey, you buy this, you are now part of all of our events. Okay, fine. I'll do that. I'll do that for the year or whatever, and then do as many micro dumbass mini events as you want. I feel like I at least get my value out of it that way, and I don't feel like I've been milked.
Can we talk for a second about how cheap these fucking events they're putting out are too?
Well, they
Hey,
are low effort as fuck. I
oh,
mean,
they're not even fucking trying anymore. For one, the orbs are shit, right? So I haven't done the last two events. I've refused because of exactly what you're talking about. But the orbs, they used to give like 3 skin shards, and then plus you might drop one of the cool things, right? The last two events, the orbs are the exact same. They might drop one item that is good, or you get one random skin. So 520 to 1820, whatever, you get a random shot. There's no even effort into like making it a theme. Like before, it was like, oh, you buy this orb, you get a project skin, and then you have a chance for the project bundle or some shit. Right? At least there was a theme. But these and you had like the Odyssey where you had that quest line and everything, and that was super
and
cool.
the
And you
new game
had
mode. I mean, you had that whole new game mode they released
yeah,
for it, which was cool.
exactly. They were events. Like it felt like you were taking place something special, something that you
Or
haven't seen before, and something that you're interested in.
the Gangplank event.
Oh, which was
That
awesome.
was amazing. You reskinned ARAM. You had the whole like, oh, Gangplank is dead and has been disabled for a while. Like everybody freaked out about that, but that was fucking cool.
And now
And now it's
here's
like,
here's
it,
X event.
well,
You
and
should
that's the
spend
thing
X
is,
hours playing.
it's not even it's not even an event. It's a skin line.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's like, okay, so it's project. It's the project event. Like, no, it's just the project skin line. And you're making it into an air quotes event in order to, like, I don't know, force me to play, I guess.
Yeah.
And I don't like, man, dude, I am a whale. I want to spend money on your game. I enjoy this game. I like buying your stuff. Quit pissing me off about it. I don't think that's too much to ask.
You would think. You would think.
Okay, so that's out of my system. That was 24 minutes of rant about like, oh, and by the way, make some decent merch, please, and sell it.
You can print money as Ryan. You just have to listen to what everyone is asking for, instead of telling us what we want and then making us pay an extravagant amount of money for it.
Correct. Okay. So, let's check in on everybody's rank. So this isn't going to be bitch worthy at all. We're going to move it up to a much more positive outlook. And okay, so I'll start. Um, I've not been playing ranked because I've been trying to learn Katarina. That is ups and downs, I guess. Like I sometimes I feel like I do really good and I've got it, and then other times I lose by like a hair in a fight because I mechanically fail something or do something stupid, and then like I have completely there's no coming back. Like I've lost my lane, and usually it's like assassin into assassin, and once you lose the first time, you're gonna lose like systemically without jungle help, right? So I mean, lately I've had a bunch of on the down end. I had some big up games, but I feel like I'm improving. It's just I'm not. There's no way I'm going to be ready to take this shit into ranked. So I am going to go back to just playing support still in ranked because I want to climb my elo. Right now I've gotten to like the top of plat 3 or something dumb. So I'm at like at or near promos. I haven't really looked, but I am making upward progress. And as a side note, my mechanics feel sharper from having played a shit ton of Katarina. Penguin, where are you at?
I'm at Plat 1 10 LP. I have been playing more ranked recently in the past couple of weeks. I was originally, I don't have as much time to play League as I used to. You know, I can only get in like 2 or 3 ranked games a day, and that's on like a good day, like not where I'm gone or something. So I feel like it's harder to keep up my mechanics. And so when I started back like 2 weeks ago, when I started playing ranked again, I decided I'm okay if I fall back in rank. I want to rank up, but I'm really going to work on mentality, is what I've been focusing on. So the second anyone on my team, I don't care what position they are, is toxic, even in the slightest, I just mute all. Because what I'm focused on is trying to improve my gameplay. And I've found that people are pretty good at tilting me if I let them. But if I'm like, oh, like I picked Zyra, which is my main, and he's like, oh great, Zyra. Now we're all AP. So the second we got that was before we even started the game. Keep in mind the entire team had no tanks. No one was gonna build magic resist. There was nothing there that was fucking worrying about us having 3 AP and 2 AD, by the way. we just but I was like, okay, I know exactly how this guy's gonna go, so I just mute all, get into the game, and it's been working pretty well. I started at Plat 2, 12 LP, and I worked my way back up into Plat 1, and I got up to 40 LP, and I just lost 2 close games. But what I'm focusing on is, do I think I'm playing well? Where can I improve? But also staying positive, and it's been working pretty well. So I've been enjoying ranked again.
All right. Speaking of staying positive, Astros, how's yours been going, dude?
I got chat restricted.
Oh god damn, what'd you do?
So I was playing, we had a Kane jungle, and he just kind of ran it down the whole game. Uh, let's see if I can find that game. Uh, it
I
was
didn't
really
even
bad.
know that you got chat restricted.
I
That
got
was
chat restricted.
literally
Okay,
that
it's
was
on
the
my
best.
secondary account, so I don't think it's that big of a
Oh my
deal.
god. That's the
But
best possible segue I think you actually could have
um,
done.
okay, so I was playing a Kali, obviously.
Right.
I was 7-8-4. He was 5-10-4. It came to about like 3 different times. He just ran it down the side lane and then died and said, "I can 1v1 him next time." So I asked him if he was a moron, and I get chat restricted. Um, like, I wish I had the logs. Can I log in? Will it re-show me why I'm chat restricted?
No, I
You can
think it's
ask for
a
your
I think
logs.
it's a one and done. Yeah, you can ask for your logs.
I
It's a
don't think they'll get
dangerous
back to
game.
me. They'll get back to me in 3 weeks because it's Riot support, and they'll just re-chat restrict me and say I didn't learn my lesson. But
You
literally,
get
like,
light smited from the
almost
grave.
every single game I've played, my bot lane has just like
I
shit
did.
the bed.
Yeah, I saw your screenshots. It
Like
didn't look
honestly, I
good.
don't know what to do in these games anymore. Let me find them. All right, so I'm 10-1-1. Guess what my bot lane score line is?
10-1-1 as well.
Oh, 15-10 combined.
Hmm.
All right, that's not that big of a deal. Let's go on to the next team. 13-6-8. My bot lane is 6-19.
That's a
Awesome,
winner. Okay.
awesome.
That's not what you're looking for. That's suboptimal.
I'm
As a bot
six
lane
two and
expert.
nine. My bot lane is 4-18.
Uh-huh.
Like, I just don't know what to do in these games. Um, I am currently 0-12 with my duo in our last 12.
So, might I suggest going bot lane
What?
before like it hemorrhages?
It hemorrhages before I leave Fountain. Like, we're back on the reason why I left jungle of my bot lane is 0-6 before I finish my first clear. Like, I don't even get the fucking back before my bot lane dies twice. And it doesn't matter if they win lane, because then they just like group mid and they droll on themselves and they run it down because they don't understand the game. Out of my last 20 games, I've inted once. Sure, I haven't had like flawless games, but like fuck.
Whenever you said you've entered once, you mean like you've just like broke and made stupid plays, or like you've literally just ran it down the mid lane into tower?
No, I didn't like and well, like this game isn't even my fault. Like I'm 2-7-1 on top lane Yasuo, but Garen TP's bottom twice and ends up with 5 kills total. And like the Garen Yasuo matchup is fine unless he gets a kill. And then it's just fucking over for me because I can't trade with him. And he just goes bot lane to get 3 kills, and then I'm like, okay. And then I get like 3-manned, and I'm like, alright, fuck me. But
And then just from there, it's consistent.
like the
Like,
game's just
yeah,
over, and I
it's
don't have the
over for you.
damage to group because like I'm just fucked. Like royally fucked. Which is like fine. And then like within these games, I've made it to promos twice just to like insta lose both of them.
What are you at right now?
Uh, my main has dropped to Plat 237 LP. I went from a 54% win rate to a 51% win rate. And then my other account is Plat 431 LP.
Boof. That's rough, man.
Like, I hate this fucking game so much. I'm like so close to fucking uninstalling. Like within the last week, I'm like, I kind of want to climb again. And within the past day and a half, I'm like, I kind of want to kill myself again.
Don't ponderous that
Yeah,
shit.
don't pull a ponderous, man.
Like,
This
like
game doesn't
legitimately,
respect your time.
I was getting really, really good. Like, you know how we had Jonathan on, and he was
Yeah.
talking to us about like the breathing. Well, dude, that shit was like working. And then within like the last day and a half,
And then they
I've
went
just been
0-10, and all of a sudden I can't breathe.
like,
And you just hear like a thump in Astro's mic. Like, he stopped breathing, didn't he? Yeah, he did. He
like,
did.
like I'm partially tilted from real life, which is probably like another reason why like the tilt in game just like is actually making me explode. Cause usually like I can type like one message, maybe 2 messages, and I'm good for the whole game, and I'll just flame vocally. But it's like I'm flaming vocally and like spam typing, and then like spam pinging, and then I'm just like spamming FF votes the second like my bot lane opens, and it's like it just doesn't fucking matter. And
Hey, if you guys will get the Patreon donations up to $300, I will send Astros a scented candle. Like immediately, if we can get up to $300, I will send at least one scented candle, maybe two.
my life is like
Is there any
so
like
fucked right
other
now.
Zen artifacts I can get you to like
I
help,
need like a fucking Buddha,
like help
and
your feng shui over there?
I need like a
You know?
personal masseuse to just like massage me while I play
I
League of
I
Legends.
could look up a gift certificate location, but
I need
again,
it while I'm playing League of Legends.
oh,
So I
I
have
don't
to
think
be
I
in.
can work that out. That may be difficult. I think the masseuse would assume that I'm hiring a prostitute.
Yeah, just Craigslist that shit.
Yeah, I'll
You'll
just
get it.
Craigslist you a masseuse. Get you like a hairy knuckled butch German woman to come
I
in
got
and
I
just
got
fuck
one
up your
thing going
back.
for me. I got like one thing that's like I'm focused on detilting. So Danger knows this. I ended up buying like a car like 2 weeks ago. Well, I had it and on the drive home it broke. So I had to take it back, and it's like the whole transmission. So they've been like tearing the transmission out for 2 weeks, and I still don't fucking have it back because they
Uh-huh.
told me it would be done. Like when I dropped it off, they were like, beginning to middle of this week, and I'm like,
Right.
okay, it's the beginning of this week. Let me call and see where they're at. And they're like, yeah, we're just getting it up on the lift today. Then we got to figure out what's wrong with it and order parts. And I was like, okay. So I found out today that they still don't have the part for it, and then I had to go back and then switch my loaner out with another loaner because the loaner they gave me needs to be serviced. And I'm like fuming, and like my dad's pissed now, and apparently now my dad's emailing the salesman. So when I go to pick up the car, it's gonna be real awkward, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Right.
I'm now on like mandatory overtime at work. I was sick yesterday, and I'm blaming it on my 0-6 record last night in ranked. But I get a tattoo next week, so that's all I got going for my life right now.
You gotta give it that pick me up from that tattoo. I'm not gonna lie. Astros asked if I wanted to duo. I think it was last night, maybe the night before, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna stick with single right now. I'm working on my mental.
He's
I
like,
think that's
he's
why.
like,
I think that's
do you want
my
a
issue.
duo? And Pig was like, hold on 1 second. OP.GG. Nope. I'm working on my mental.
Like, I'm blaming Danger for my mental explosion. He could have kept me cool in that situation.
Yeah.
It's possible, but it's so much work for me to make you keep your cool. That like
Yeah.
usually what happens is like the first game I can do it, and then our second game when something I'm like I start getting jittery, and then by the third game I'm like, you're right, fuck all these people, fuck right.
Yeah, like here's the
Honestly,
thing.
like I'm blaming the season. Like I'm so over season 9. I literally feel like I'm playing with bronze players in plat games, and like
Oh, I
I'm
hate. Okay,
I'm
that
fucking
is.
killing myself.
To be fair, that is a legitimate bitch. So I. Oh God, I'm gonna. Man, I don't want. I want to stop bitching. That was the whole point of this episode. But I'm gonna
Right, I
bitch
have a really good tip for you if you want your
just
game not to die. Take your team and get them out of the Eternals and out of skins and just work on fucking balancing the game and give people the rank they actually fucking deserve. If you think I'm a bronze level fucking mid laner, then don't give me the fucking plat name tag on my fucking armor. Put me in fucking bronze and let me just stay there so I can play with the pieces of shit that I'm playing with currently without thinking they're plat players. Because now they have this huge fucking ego that they understand the game and are good, and then they just go 0-10, and it's like,
Okay, so I want to talk about that for a second there, because like at the end of last season, I peaked at my promos to Diamond 2, right? Like that's where I peaked at. And then at the end of the season, I was like plat or Diamond 3, I think. I was either Diamond 3 or I'd just fallen to Diamond 4. I don't remember. It was in that neck of the woods. And, according to OP.GG, my MMR was still Diamond 3,
Diamond
right?
4, it says.
Okay, so I ended up Diamond 4 after all. And so that was cool. That was fine. I didn't care. I was in Diamond. There's ups and downs to that. It just happens. I mean, streaks happen, so it's whatever. But I had to do placements this year. My placements, as everybody who listens to the podcast for any period of time knows, went horribly. Like I went 1-7 in my original placements, and I got placed Plat 2. All right, that's fine. Plat 2, I can come back from that. That's fine.
You know
Well,
what disgusts me? The fact that you win one fucking game and you're only 3 games of promos to plat 1 and then 5 games back to your fucking current rank. Granted, in total, like with ups and downs, you're probably looking at like 25 games
hmm?
to get back to where you are when like last season I ended fucking or the season before last season I ended like what was that season 7? I ended gold 2. I think in season 8 I placed gold 5. But I
Okay.
had like won like 6 or 7 out of my 10.
Oh no, wait, it gets better. So I am Plat 2. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm seated. I don't really want to play anymore till the season kind of figures itself out. Because they had, remember, positional
Oh,
matchmaking at the beginning of the year before they scrapped the shit out of that. It's a fucking terrible idea. And, okay, so,
Good idea,
okay,
terrible execution.
yeah,
yeah,
agreed.
okay. Uh, that's a fair distinction. I think it actually was a good idea. Just, I don't know how you do it without
Yeah, because I
fucking
would
There
have
with
is
the
loved to
no
play.
ladder.
regular.
I would have loved to play like jungle games in Gold 3 where I belong. Right, that would
Right.
have been fun for me.
Yeah, that
But
would have been fun.
the execution was just disgusting.
So what we've got is like people were swapping positions and blah blah blah, and then you've got like Diamond 4 players playing challengers, and Plat players with negative win rates playing against challenger players. That doesn't make sense, right? Like nothing about that matchmaking makes sense. So they go, okay, well, we have to fix this. So we're gonna make you redo all your promos if you're diamond and above. And I went, woof. Good thing I'm Plat. Nope. My diamond MMR caused me to have to redo my placements again. Then I went 1 and 7 again. And so I get dropped then down to plat 4. So bottom of plat at this point. Okay, shit. That sucks. Except that all of the diamond players, like the top of diamond, the diamond 1s and the diamond 2s, have been bumped up to master tier. Because master tier gets bumped up to grandmaster. Well, then that means all the diamond 3s and diamond 4s are now diamond 1s and diamond 2s. Because obviously the ladder has made space and stretched. Which means that all the top of plat is already in diamond, in low diamond, and all of the bottom of plat is now in high plat, and all the top of gold is now in plat 4. I basically took 3 soft resets. My initial placements, my second placements, and then the fact that my position on the ladder is no longer what the position on the ladder actually is. And thus, I am having a really hard time dropping in skill, as a support main in particular, from Diamond 3 MMR, Diamond 4, whatever. And this is Diamond 4 when there were 5 diamonds at the time.
Right.
So all the way down through platinum and then to the top of gold. You know, that is an incredibly significant elo drop. And it's very difficult for, you know, like for me to play down. Like it's not a skill I'm very good at. So I'm having a really hard time this season because okay, so the difference between like, and I'm not trying to take anything away from you, Astros, I'm just highlighting differences, right?
Hmm.
The difference between me performing well and like, let's say Astros performing well is that I have to perform well through another person, like
Oh yeah.
through a partner. So I'm running a 3-legged race every single game. And if I take off at a sprint because I expect my 3-legged race partner to take off at a sprint, and they're sitting down and eating an ice cream cone,
They're not eating ice cream. They're eating fucking grass.
okay, that's there you go. Actually more accurate.
I mean, I have the same situation with jungle, but it's not as big because I just know my jungler's never gonna come mid. Like,
Right,
it's
but
a
I mean,
three-legged race, but I have to run it on like my legs with one hand on the ground because my partner doesn't want to run it with me.
yeah. So it's like, okay, that's cool, but at least you can kind of do it by yourself. It's
Mhm.
very hard for a support to just do it by themselves and put the game on their back. Which, I mean, it's doable, I guess. You can play damage supports or you can do other stuff. But that's, I mean, I'm okay. Like, I'm fine with damage supports. It's just not my thing, right? Like, it's not what I excel at. Um, so that being said, like, yeah, I've had a really difficult time this season, and yeah, I really feel like the ladder being stretched out to where it is has been a huge proponent of that, and not to feed into like people's like rank paranoia mentality, like if I could just get out of silver, if I could just get out of gold, but to a certain degree, a lot of that can really be true. Like, I had no problem whenever I was silver and I got out of silver and I got to gold. I skipped divisions in gold. It took me a couple hundred games to get out of silver, and then I just flew through gold straight to plat the first season I got it. Right? Like, that crap happens. I feel like I am suffering from that right now because everybody is so inconsistent in the stuff that they know and don't know. If you know what I mean, like the little things that matter, people either know it or they don't. And sometimes they'll be really good at one thing, so I'll expect them to be like a more complete package, and they're just not. And so it makes for a very frustrating ranked experience for me in particular as a support main, and I'm not good enough yet to like play mid or something and throw the game more on my back. Like that's not a skill I've got. So I have to work through enabling somebody, like finding somebody who has the potential to carry and then enabling them. And I think that kind of has to be my focus, right? And so I'm going to try to do that again, but do that also through damage because I think that, I really can't count on the people around me to do enough damage. But, that being said, I feel like this has been a real issue for like what people feel like a platinum player is, right? Or what you feel like a gold player is has changed. And I think that's real that it's changed. I don't think that's just puffery and people being bitchy. I think that's legit.
I think plat and up, it's definitely real. When I was playing through silver and gold on the other account, gold might have felt a little different than I remember it being, but it didn't seem like too crazy. But now I play plat this season at plat 2, plat 1, and it's worse than my plat 3, plat 4 games last season. I think the whole rank season is skewed from like plat 4 up. Because you hear all the challenger players complaining about that they have season 8 diamonds in their game, and decay rates aren't like hard enough to get them out. Um, as a mid laner, like I think I'm a plat level mid. I think I probably fall around plat 3, plat 2 based on my consistency and my tilt issue right now. But there are definitely some players that like I see, and it's like just because they keep their games so few that they're able to stay up at plat 2, plat 1, where they placed in the beginning of the season. And like there's definitely the thing this season where if you play enough games and you just like tunnel on certain shit, you can definitely climb like a lot easier than last season. Like like the season just feels so unrewarding to the point where like this is gonna sound shitty, and I don't mean it to sound shitty, but if like I hit diamond this season, I wouldn't even like feel super great about it unless I can repeat it next season. Like I think
That's
it'd
an
be cool to hit
interesting.
diamond, but like I just feel like the season has lost all like
Integrity.
yes, that's the word I was looking for.
I would actually agree. And I mean, this is coming from a guy who I've been diamond for the last 2 seasons, seasons that did have integrity, and right now I have a sub 50% win rate in plat. There is something wrong.
And I mean, I think it's a difference between like if someone puts like 2 to 300 games and they hit diamond this season, it's like, okay, like yeah, you're probably a diamond player as long as you can repeat it next season. I think this season started off rough. One, the MMR reset was super super low. I went from I ended last season plat 4 before they removed plat 5, which didn't matter because they removed it in the preseason anyway, and I didn't play anything. So I went from plat 4, played promos. I ended like gold 380 LP, skipped gold 2 promos, so I went right to gold 2 after my next win. And it's like from there I hit plat within like 20 games. And it was like I said it when it happened. I was like, I don't really think I'm a plat level mid laner. Like that was like my first 20 games netted me plat this season, and it took me over 150 last season before I hit plat. Like I don't know. I don't want it to take away from anyone who hit plat or hit diamond this season, or even if you hit plat for the first time this season. But like for me personally, it just doesn't feel super rewarding. What do
Yeah.
you think? I know you're hitting that point danger where you're coming up onto diamond. Do you feel like from the last time you were getting ready for those diamond promos, do you feel like your games are better now, or were they better back then? Granted, there's a couple seasons span in between, but
Yeah, quite a few seasons span in between. I think the last time I was in Diamond Promos in season 4 or season 5. And I flamed out of that, and then I dropped down all the way to Plat 3. I think I went on something like a 16-game losing streak after I was 2-2 in my Diamond Promos, and I had a DC in my 5th game. And then all of a sudden, I tilted off the motherfucking earth. I was so pissed off. So this season, at the beginning of the season, not the real beginning, but before they took away the specialized key, whatever. I'm blanking on
ranked
the name.
roles.
Ranked, yeah. I got up to Plat 1 97 LP, and then I got pushed into mid somehow. I don't even fucking know how I got pushed into mid.
Sorry,
Lost that,
pushed
and I
into
was like,
jungle 6 times. in
I was
my
like,
promos.
okay, well that sucks because I lost like 7 LP. But okay, so this next one, I can still get my win to get me into those promos. And then they put me in jungle, and I lost that. And then I won my next support role that put me back up to 97 LP, and then I lost out into, and so I was not thrilled. And then I stopped playing when I lost that game, and I went to like 65 LP or 70. Yeah, I think it was 70 LP. I just stopped. I was like, okay, I need them to figure out what the fuck they're doing before I keep playing. And then the problem was that I started playing sporadically, and I need to stay in tune with Zyra. I need to make sure I have my combos down. And if I play one rank game here, one rank game there, there's a good chance that I'm not going to climb. What I've done this time now is I just accept that. I'm like, okay, if I'm a Plat 2 support player, I'm okay with that. I'm a pretty good player. I'm having fun. Like that's the point of the game. So I'm like, okay, if I drop back to Plat 2, I drop back to Plat 2. But I'm gonna work on my mental. I'm not gonna let other people tilt me. I'm just gonna try and enjoy it. If I reach Diamond this season, I wouldn't take anything away from myself. I would be fucking thrilled to have gotten Diamond once in my career, even if it's during a shit fest of a season, because I'll know the effort I put into it. Now, does that mean that I'm gonna hit Diamond next season? No. And if I never hit Diamond again, then I'm okay with that. But if I hit Diamond this season, I will definitely be happy with it, because even if you can weather this storm, right? So if I can weather my ADC going 0-4, right, and I can push my advantage mid because they're 2-1, and I can roam and I can ping them back so that they know I'm not going to be anywhere near them, and they actually listen and they farm under the turret instead of walking forward and dying. If I can weather that storm, I'll consider it a different kind of victory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that reasoning.
Dude, I think that diamond counts regardless of how low the hurdle may be or high the hurdle may be. In
No, yeah, I
previous
think it's just more so a
seasons,
personal thing for me.
well, okay, so here's
But you're also a negative individual.
yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm negative. I'm pretty like harsh, like, and I don't mean it to come off like a dick where if like
No,
you
you
hit
don't,
diamond
yeah.
this season for like the first time you don't deserve it, because there's definitely people who've put the time in where they already have like 250 games and it's the first season diamond. And it's like, then yeah, I mean, you earned it. I mean,
I feel like Danger Penguin's like the Elmo of the podcast, and like I'm like Grover, and you're like Oscar the Grouch. They're all three
Oscar the Grouch is too
monsters.
positive.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'd compare myself to. Like honestly, like
Oscar the Grouch, like if he had a gun, you know.
Oscar the
Told
Grouch, if
people to
he
get
was,
off his lawn.
Get the hell out of here! You know. Anyway, so that being said, like I don't think I'd take Diamond away from anybody that got it. Hell, for like there was a season where like all you had to do was play a shield support and have that fucking
Ardent.
Ardent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have Ardent, and it's like, oh, you're Diamond, and then people wanted
That's
to
when I
take it
picked up
away for
top.
that. Oh God.
That's when I roll swapped to jungle.
Yeah. Fuck
Well,
it.
and you know, I played that meta, and I played Thresh through it. It sucked. Got Diamond. Like, and then whenever you get Diamond, everyone's like, oh, cool. You got Diamond as a support, Janna player. I'm like, I didn't even play Janna. Like, I had like 5 games of Janna or some shit. But whatever. All right, whatever. But like, you know, or I got to a duo, and it's like, oh yeah, you got carried. And people are always going to try to take away your accomplishments. The whole point is that you actually got it. right? And if you did, you did. Congratulations, and it's worth it. Even if it's in a weak season, it doesn't matter. But I do agree with Astros.
If I
Like,
climb into diamond, like into D, like 3D2, then I'll feel like validated. But again, it's like a personal thing where if like I hit D4 at some point this season and like I don't know how it's gonna feel. I'm just kind of like seeing into the future and think where it's kind of be like, okay, I hit diamond in fucking season 9.
I think
Great.
you're just preparing yourself to not be happy, even if you succeed at what your
right.
goal is. That's
I already
basically.
succeeded at my goal. My goal was to hit plat this season in mid, and I did
Yeah,
it
and you
within
did.
20 games.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah,
So
like,
you're looking for that next goal to be disappointed with. So.
I think I'm if I play out the algorithm right, if I get my account to like plat 1, 80 LP, and then I just let it sit there until the end of the season, when they fuck up season 10 and I get placed plat 2, I can get diamond really early and then just retire.
good idea. Yeah. You
I
could
just hate this season.
spend
Maybe it's
some
from
time
my
putting a transmission in your car.
hey, you know, they said suppose I might have it back Monday now. I was supposed to have it back Wednesday, but now it might be next Monday.
Well, that's exciting.
I mean, hopefully I have my car before I get my tattoo.
So, by the way, you should go ahead and get a coffee enema. That'll help. It'll spruce you right up. Wash all
what?
that negativity out, give you a little boost of energy, some caffeine. You
My
know,
Red Bull order came in and it's right over there.
you have a Red Bull or oh my
It
God,
comes monthly.
Monthly from Amazon.
that's a really big box. Are you okay?
Nope.
No.
If you're wondering, definitely not.
You know, like they
You
did
ever
like
wonder why
a
my mental's so fucked?
because you don't sleep apparently after looking at that huge fucking box of Red Bull.
I have a mini fridge in my room and it stays fully stocked.
By the way,
Of just Red Bull.
couldn't you just buy that locally for like cheaper? Out of
Well, if I
curiosity.
get it delivered monthly, I get like 15% off. And like the past 2 times I've ordered it, it's like normally it's like 35 for 24,
Yeah.
but it's been like $18 for 24. And
You
I
can't
don't
beat
think
that
I'm
price.
beating that. It's like sub a dollar
Are
for
you
a
talking about
can.
the 8-ounce cans?
Yeah, the
Or something?
8.4.
Yeah, they're on here. It's like $31 or $32.
Yeah, but if you order it, I think it's the second time you get like $20 off. And then I ordered it again, and there was like a random like $15 off, so I just like hit that, and then I ordered it, and now I'm on like a monthly thing, which drops it another 15% every month or 10% every month. I don't know what it is.
Huh.
And I don't have to leave my house; it just comes right to my door.
That look on Blake's face is, I think I need to start ordering Red Bull.
And no, the look on my face is like, this story doesn't add up, and I don't know exactly where to say it's wrong, but something
Here,
is clearly wrong.
Hold on. Let me go to my Amazon account, and I'll read off how much.
By the way, why are we not being sponsored by Amazon or Red Bull? Or the country of Malaysia at this point? As much airtime as we've given the 3 of those things to date.
Hey, does
Yeah,
anyone know my my Amazon pass? I'll just do it on my phone. I tried to do it on my computer, but apparently I forgot my password. I haven't had any Red Bull today. Sorry.
You know they have Red Bull without sugar? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's horrible. Never drink
Yeah,
it.
it seems terrible.
Everything without sugar is terrible.
Right.
Wait, this doesn't tell me how much
Oh
I
my
spent on
God.
the orders.
There are some new flavors of Red Bull.
The
Beach-
blueberry is the only ones I've kind of
Oh,
liked.
blueberry's good. Beach
I can't drink it like
Breeze.
every day.
Beach Breeze.
That sounds like something
That
Astros would like.
sounds disgusting to me. Coconut berry.
Horrible. Don't
Nope.
try it.
Kiwi apple.
Nope, didn't
Nope.
like it.
Nope. Original. Yeah, okay, I can deal with that.
Oh, original's so good. Should I crack this bad boy open?
Yeah, go ahead, man. You seem sedated.
we gotta hype him up a little.
Smack him around a little bit and then ask him what he thinks about shit.
Alright.
Oh, Red Bull's making organic sodas. That seems like that is a terrible idea.
See?
Yes. Someone's not getting paid a lot for that idea.
Anyone want some Red Bull?
Holy shit, dude. That is an unfortunate amount of Red Bull.
This doesn't
Like,
even last me a month. It leaves me 6 days every month without Red Bull. So if you like add that up, that's like what?
Astro, you're gonna
72
die.
days a year?
You're gonna die in like a year.
That's
Like,
kind of the goal I'm going for.
If
Yeah.
you haven't noticed.
So by the time I finally get my car back, I'm fucking dead. So I don't even get to drive it.
They're gonna give you like a Red Bull casket. It's like camel cash that
That'd
you've
be
somehow
dope.
managed to work out.
Should I get a Red Bull tattoo,
Why not?
I
like
mean,
on my forehead?
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
I
You
don't
should
think
at
that's
least
a good move.
you should at least work out the marketing on that first, so they
Yeah.
pay you
Well,
something
make them pay
for it.
me.
Yeah,
That sounds like too intelligent. Not
Make
like
them pay
something
you
I
in
do.
Red Bull. That just makes the
Yeah.
most sense.
That'd
that
be
actually.
It
he's
costs
got a
them
point.
pennies, you know?
Yeah, he's got a point. Why wouldn't you? I mean, you'd be stupid not to, right?
It's a win-win.
Can we reach out? I feel like we have more like growth if we reach out as the podcast rather than me individually.
I think that's a wise idea. Yeah, we
Alright.
should definitely follow
All
up
right,
on
everyone in the community, I need you to go to Red Bull's Twitter and then at them and then say
Oh.
that like they need to pay me to tattoo Red Bull on my
it.
body.
Since we've hit an hour and we're doing about announcement stuff, essentially that's what we're doing at this point. I'm just boiling it down. I'm acknowledging it that we're done here. So I talked to Zill. We did a Twitter poll. We're going to get Zill caught up with movies that he should have seen, like in the course of his lifetime, and then I want him to have a brief segment on the podcast where he talks about movies that are classics that yet he has never seen before, giving like a quick and dirty kind of 5 minute. This is what I thought of like Wicker Man. Right? Like I really want him to watch Wicker Man, but it was dead ass last in the poll. Like
As
come on,
No
man.
one knows what the fuck it is.
You don't like okay, so Wicker Man it
No,
was
no, we
No,
don't need
I
to
don't
get into
need
it.
to
know
They're
what
being
it
cut
is.
off.
No, it
Man's
was-
done.
it was fucking terrible. It was like the worst movie ever. And it was
No one
like,
wants to hear him review a shitty movie if everyone
No,
already
you
knows
do.
it's shitty.
Like he doesn't know it sucks, and it's like there's a
But that
bag of
doesn't
shit
change how
there,
the
and he's
review's
gonna
gonna
stomp
come.
out the shit.
He's just gonna be like, that movie was fucking terrible and I turned it off in 15 minutes. That's not
No,
a good
no,
fucking
he's not gonna
review.
turn it off. He'll watch it all the way through. That's
And he'll
the
be like,
catch.
that
And then
movie
he'll
was
be
shit. I
like,
can't believe I just wasted
"What?
2.5 hours of my life.
Bees? Like okay. Anyway, so the movie that got picked was Ferris Bueller's Day Off because that's a classic, and people wanted
Good
to
movie,
watch
good
that.
movie.
Yeah,
Very good
I mean,
movie.
I think it's a movie that actually was better if you watched it in like the 90s or
Probably.
the 80s.
It's more relatable.
Yeah, but so I'm curious how that will factor out now, and what he actually
Well,
thinks
he's
about
still
it.
stuck in the 80s, so I think it balances out. Do
Like-
you guys want to talk about playoffs?
No,
Predictions?
not really. We'll do that next time, right? Or will it
Well,
be over
by the
then?
time we're on next time, it'll be.
Okay.
quarterfinals.
Do you
It'll
want?
it'll be semifinals and
Yeah.
finals. It's
All right,
not this
Astros.
weekend, but next week.
By the way, what happened to the LCS thing you used to do?
So Danger left. Koi couldn't make it. So I said, fuck it. Because the people who offered to come on, I didn't really want them on.
Yeah. Fair
It was
enough.
fun. It's just a lot of time.
Danger said he just hated me.
Yeah, that's
No.
fair.
So I figured, like,
So
during
Danger's
playoffs...
like, I'm gonna save my mental and not do this podcast.
Did you notice that he starts to climb when he takes off of the podcast and doesn't talk to me on, like, Thursday nights? It's
Yeah,
kinda
I've noticed
bullshit.
that. I've noticed that. I'm just glad to have him back at this point. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
not
It's like
even
we
gonna
have
call
more
it
than
out.
3 podcasters for once.
I know. By the way, like the second I'm like, hey, our podcasters are all coming back, and then Ponderous is like, this game doesn't respect my time. Smash, uninstall, Dota
Tycho
player. And I'm
died.
like,
I haven't
Tycho,
s-
God knows what happened to Tycho. He's just not here. We
We're just
didn't
hoping
kick
he's
him
okay.
off. Like we didn't kick him off the podcast. I don't know what happened to him. I occasionally see the guy, and I'm
I
like,
don't even
hey,
see him anymore.
and he's like, yeah.
He's like, do I know you?
I was like, you ever? I don't even give him the you ever gonna come back and record the podcast again? Your fan misses you.
His fan was a mom. It doesn't count.
Well, I'm sure she misses him,
Yeah,
A
does
win's a
anyone
win.
really miss Tycho?
but that being said, and by the way, his name is still terrible and does
Yeah.
need to be changed.
That's why we kicked him.
Nutter
Yeah.
butter.
Told him he can't come back on to record until he changes it.
Old nutter butter fur brother. So that being said, Double Sniffs had a bunch of shit going on.
He
RL.
got married.
Yeah, he got married. A bunch of people died. It was like a rough
Yeah.
go for him for a while
Zill's
there.
super busy at work.
Yeah, and got pneumonia. You forgot
Yeah.
that.
He
You got
sounded
him.
Depressed
terrible
and
yesterday.
miserable, so I don't
Yeah.
like coming on every week.
So like Zill's usually pretty consistent. It's like he's like Blake, I can't be on the podcast this week. And I'm like Zill, it's fine. You literally sound like death. Like you should be
He's
warning
lucky, dude. I
Ebenezer
wish I was
Scrooge
dying.
of Christmas future right now and not be on the podcast. So anyway, that being said, Zill is watching movies, though. We are having him do that. If there are other movies. So in the Twitter poll, it was Back to the Future, Major Pain.
He hasn't seen Back to the Future?
No, he hasn't seen Back to
He
the
How
Future.
hasn't.
did
He
that
hasn't
not
seen
win?
any
It
media,
didn't. It
and
was second. It was
I don't know
second
how-
to.
Fuck, maybe
I mean,
should have
Ferris
voted.
Bueller is very good, but I would have
I-
voted for Back to the Future.
Yeah, I would have picked Back to the Future.
If I was voting between those two, I would have picked Back to the Future. But I voted for Wicker Man, which was option number 3.
The one
'cause
vote.
I got 2. I think. I think it
It
was.
Did
was
you
Blake,
log
and then
in on
he
another
logged in.
account?
He logged in on his wife's Twitter, and then voted
Yeah.
there.
It's like, hey, Kelsey, you care about this now. Go ahead and vote. Wicker Man, though.
She's
She's like,
"Wicker
why?
Man again?
She's like, why? That movie is terrible. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it is. But no, so we're gonna have Zill watch the one because, like I said, the options were Back to the Future, Major Payne, Wicker Man, and Ferris Bueller, and Bueller won like pretty substantially.
That's a good
20,
That's fair.
26 votes were cast, so there you go. We'll see what he thinks about that, and then after that is over, we'll give him a different set of movies, or we can do another Twitter poll, because I'm eventually going to catch this son of a bitch up with pop culture references, and I want him to be able to make a few himself at some point in his lifetime. Who knows? I may even advance his career.
All right, real quick.
Uh-huh.
TSM lost 3-1 to Clutch Gaming. CLG 3-0 to Optic. Semifinals: Team Liquid versus Clutch Gaming. Who do you think is winning?
Team Liquid.
I think Team Liquid, but I was pretty impressed with Clutch Gaming in their games.
You guys got a scoreline prediction?
3-1.
3-0.
3-2 Clutch. All right. C9 versus CLG. What are you guys thinking?
C9 3-1.
C9.
CLG 3-1. All right.
Just,
You know, if I can't win my solo queue games because shit's fucked up, I might as well just.
I'm
vote
gonna say
fucked up.
C9 3-2. That's what I'll say.
I think
Yeah.
C9's bot lane is shit right now. And that's all we know for right now.
Yeah, that's it.
So there you go. Predictions made.
All right, so your gauntlet contenders right now are either going to be Clutch, Counter Logic, Clutch,
Yeah.
Counter Logic, and TSM.
Yep.
If CLG's in it, that's who I would probably pick right now. They're just playing better.
Yeah,
I
actually,
think
CLG,
our three
I
teams
think
at
is,
World should be C9, CLG, and TL.
But I've always actually hated CLG, so I really hope that they shit the bed.
that seems
But
fair.
what reason do you have to hate CLG anymore? CLG is fucking blown up.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun to watch. I mean,
I love Bio.
I do like Bio.
Bio
And I
is my
actually like
favorite
PoE too. So I don't hate the individuals. I hate the organization.
But they got rid of Zix, who was pretty much the only like known person on CLG.
Yeah, if you just gotta hate something, you might as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
respect it. I mean, they got rid of Darshan. It's really hard to hate
Oh,
the
that's
team.
right. They did get rid of Darshan.
Now
What
they have
happened to
Ruin.
Darshan?
He's Academy top, I think. Right?
Okay.
I think so.
Dude, what is like TSM exploded, and I know you've probably followed that closer than anything else. And like Acadian has got on Twitter and been like, "Don't hate TSM. I've become a way better player in the last 8 months. Thank you, TSM." And I'm like, this seems like there are massive internal problems here, and like at this point
Alright.
you're trying to save face. Like, I'm a good person to hire for any other organization. See, guys?
Here's the thing. So what happened is they hired Acadian as their academy jungler when he first joined TSM. Greg, who was their main roster jungler, ended up with a massive wrist injury, and he couldn't play. So Acadian instantly got promoted to the main roster jungler come Spring Split. Spring Split started off pretty bad. Eventually they became this like powerhouse early aggressive new face of TSM. Um, when once Acadian and Broken Blade like match their synergies, they won a shit ton of games. Like they looked really fucking strong. Um, they ended up coming second that split into a 5 game series with TL that was kind of thrown due to Sven. Um, and then what happened is when summer hit, Grig was able to come back, and instead of being like, okay, Grig is now our main roster jungler, Acadian, you're going back to Academy, or instead of going, okay, Acadian, you performed really fucking well in spring, we're gonna give you the start in summer, they made it so they split time between both junglers, so now every time Grig came in, you had to play a completely different style because Grig was not as fucking early game focused as Acadian, and I don't even think he was like a better player. He Grig is really good at smiting and he has pretty good pathing, but he's kind of a fucking KDA whore. So I never really liked Grig. Um, so now the synergy you have between Acadian and Broken Blade and Acadian and Bjerg is fucking in scrambles because now you reintroduce Grig. Sven never fucking learned how to play League of Legends after finals. Literally played like shit all season. So then Smoothie plays like shit all split. And then Bjergsen like didn't have a bad split for a normal mid laner, but he didn't have a good split for Bjergsen. And then Broken Blade looked like shit in comparison to Spring because he has no fucking jungle. So then what happened is I think it was week 8 or week 9 they announced Acadian as the starting jungler this late into the fucking split. And then next week they brought in Spica, who was their Academy jungler, and then Spica goes 1-1, and then they bring Spica to playoffs, and then they bring another sub jungler from Academy, and then they bring no, they didn't bring any backup
They
junglers. They
didn't
couldn't
bring.
even
Yeah, it was
they
just
couldn't sub
Speaker.
out the rookie jungler in playoffs for Acadian or Grig because they felt the need to bring the substitutes for bot lane because they were so fucking focused on how shitty that lane was going.
It
I
was
don't think
poorly
Spica.
managed all around, and I
Yeah.
think Acadian and Greg were usually overmatched. Like you said, Acadian found his groove for a while with Broken Blade, and they were working well together. But I think it all comes down to what they're using their import slots on, you know.
Well, their
And
import slot right now is top and 80.
exactly,
They need to
and
get rid of fucking Sven.
so you have Sven soaking up an import spot, and you're throwing in academy junglers, right? When you should have a better a better jungler.
And that's
in
the
my
thing.
opinion.
I don't think Spica is at the point where he's not an LCS level jungler. I think he's fine. I don't think he's as good as Acadian. But like, I didn't look at any of the games he played and I go, if we had fucking Acadian in right now, that'd make a difference. His worst game in playoffs was game 1. Game 2, game 3, and game 4 were okay performances. They weren't great, but none of your fucking lanes are playing well, like at all. I mean, Sven was actually probably the best playing player in playoffs. Like he probably played the best, but that gets mirrored by the fact that Cody Sun was the best player in that series. And
Without a
when your
doubt.
opposite laner is literally popping off every fucking game and you play well 1 game, or you play well all 4 games pretty much, but like it just doesn't matter. I'm
I
pretty
just,
sure I'm
I
pretty
just,
sure
I just had an epiphany. I announced that we were going into announcements and wrapping up the podcast like
And
20
then we,
minutes ago.
hey,
yeah,
that's fine.
exactly.
People are gonna be confused as fuck at that point, and then they'd
Well,
be
they
like,
can we can just
like they're
edit that
gonna do
bit out.
23 minutes of announcements? Oh my god! What
Again,
are they doing?
I don't have much more to bitch about TSM. I just have like a recommendation for next season. Leave one fucking jungler in until you decide it's not gonna work, and then fucking take him out and leave the other guy in until you decide it's not gonna work.
It's crazy
Um,
talk.
Also, get rid of fucking Sven and probably get rid of Smoothie and pick up. I'd
Uzi.
say Cody, but I doubt he's moving. No, don't pick up Uzi. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
even. I
Cody's
wouldn't.
available. He doesn't. He's not under contract after this season, right?
I doubt he'll switch with the success he's had on Clutch. I think he really fits that roster well. Um, I would import a support and
Yeah, look how it worked for TL. I mean, Core JJ is a monster.
like import like an actual support, not just like some like support. Like don't don't bring the equivalent of bringing Yellowstar back to TSM.
No, obviously not.
What
I
like quick question, and this is a literally I'm terminating this podcast in the next 60 seconds question. Afromoo? Question mark?
I think he's done. Like I feel like if this isn't his last season, then the next one has to be.
But he did pick up his play in the second half, which I was impressed with.
And by picking up his play, he meant stop inting.
Yes, that's exactly what I meant.
Like as much.
Interesting.
Change TSM bot lane, decide on a jungler, and see where it goes in
And
the
root
next
for
year and a
C9.
half.
And root for C9. Good advice. Good night, everybody! Podcast is stopped, and we'll wrap this thing out.
Nice.
That was a good forced stopping point.